Okay, so tell me what you're doing here.
Well, this is our very first brick and mortar location. So we are starting the very first all women's fitness facility here in Jacksonville. That'll be personal training, and the other side of the building will be a nutrition health bar.
Okay, and so tell me how this came about and what your vision is and all that good stuff.
Okay, how it came about was my mom passed away 8 years ago at the young age of 51 years young, and maybe 2 days, 2 to 3 days after my mom's funeral, I was given a vision to start training all women and dedicate the business to my mom. My mom had heart issues, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, so not a really active lifestyle. Didn't eat really healthy at all, so I wanted to make sure that I could help as many women out as possible.
Okay, and how long, so were you already a personal trainer before?
Yes, I started out actually training all professional athletes. So I trained professional athletes that play football and basketball, and then once that crucial part of my life happened with losing my mom, I went into this realm of training all women and left the professional athlete world of training and started getting to training women.
And what about the nutrition side of things? So how did that factor in?
So with me being a former athlete myself, one thing I've always noticed, when you eat bad, you feel it on the field. You feel it on the court. If you're playing baseball, you feel it out on the baseball diamond. So 80% of your results and it comes from the nutrition. And so that is one of the biggest components. I've always ate really clean for the most part, and I always felt that great nutrition and a great training regimen is a great marriage together. So me knowing that my mom didn't eat the best, I took it upon myself to take care of my health through nutrition. So.
Okay, and so do you have like a business partner that you're working with as far as the nutrition part goes?
Yes,
or?
actually, it's funny you asked because my wife actually does all the cooking. So what we do when it comes to I usually pick out the foods because I know what you need, how much of it you need when it comes to your carbs and your micros, your macros, your protein count, all of the above. And she does the cooking and the prepping. And so yeah, she actually just won the best meal prep company in the city of Jacksonville in 2020. So we married all three together, the nutrition, meal prepping, and the fitness all in one.
Wow, so this is really like a one-stop shop.
A one-stop shop. It's funny you say that. That's what we call it, a one-stop shop, to where you don't have to go to the gym one place and meal prep company at another place. We got it all here under one roof.
And what brought you to Springfield in this location? What is that something that it just happened to be where you had that you bought property, or was there something with that?
That's also a great question. Came back to Springfield because that's where I'm from. So I grew up on the east side of Jacksonville, literally maybe 10 minutes, probably less than 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes from here. I can walk to my house from where we're standing right now. So to see myself now married with 2 boys and now owning 3 businesses is pretty phenomenal to come back to where my roots were and to give back to our community where we're from. So it was pretty cool to see my sons here now, being able to witness this. So it's pretty cool, good feeling.
That's awesome. And what does it mean to you to sort of, obviously you already touched on this somewhat with coming back to your roots, but just contributing to the revitalization of the area in Springfield, and also if you want to go talk about that and then sort of talk about the building that you're in.
Yeah, the revitalization in this area has just blossomed like fast, on a fast scale. So we wanted to definitely be a part of the growing, the booming of this area, of this awesome Springfield community. The people are here great. We've actually walked and met some of the residents that live here, and they're just some of the sweetest people that you can ever meet. So there's a lot of change that has happened. They're upgraded homes, beautiful people, and we would not want to be in any other place but Springfield. Again, I'm coming back home, but to see how much it's grown and how much they've added since I was this little, it's a great feeling to be a part of the growth. So I can't wait for us to be able to push that green button and go.
And what is that timeline looking like for you?
So we're looking for probably most likely mid-February. Mid-February is what we're looking for. Maybe the second Saturday in February. We're going to do 2 openings. We're going to do a soft opening, and that's going to be for our clients and our closest family members. And then we're going to do the grand opening for all of Jacksonville and surrounding areas to come on down and enjoy it.
Awesome. And so, as far as this space goes, and this is where I would ordinarily love to walk around and do a walk and talk, but thanks to COVID, can't really do that right now.
Right.
But just tell me about the space and sort of what your vision is for the space.
Yeah. So one side of the area, we're going to be doing our nutrition club, our health bar, where we'll have a bar back in the back corner, and we're just working on basically building healthy nutrition plans with teas, energy teas, plant-based shakes, meal replacement shakes, to help people not only just save money on fast foods, but also help them put something cleaner in their body. So we have a nice sitting area with some TVs going on. We want them to feel at home, to be able to come and fit their feet up. They can come here and do work, school work. They can come have business meetings here. So it will feel more like a Starbucks type of a feeling. And then on other part of the building, the other side, we're gonna have obviously the personal training with all of our clientele, which we do HIIT training, boot camp style training, boxing, core training, cardio, you name it, we're doing it. Low impact.
And that's in this
Yes,
this
ma'am.
area right here. So that'll be, this part of it will be the...
Yes, this part of it would be the health bar.
Okay.
The other side of the building would be
the actual gym.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you said you'll do like high intensity training and boxing.
we
Will you
do.
have like, weights and treadmills and stuff like that?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're using mostly own body weight. So we'll be doing a lot of push-ups, sit-ups, battle roping, kettlebells, free weights, a lot of low impact training, plenty of boxing. I love boxing. That's one of my favorite sports outside of football. Go Jags. And I love boxing. I've always loved boxing. So we do a lot of boxing. It's a great workout for endurance, and as well as a huge calorie burner. So yeah. And it helps for the ladies to be able to get away from home and the work life and the kids' life, and to come here and to be able to just let it out when they can't let it out in those areas. So.
Don't I know that? Don't I know that feeling?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let me think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, I had another question I wanted to ask. So, just talk about what it means to you as far as being, a black-owned business, and especially coming to this area,
Yes, ma'am.
and just in Jacksonville in general.
Yeah, I think I was raised up on. I was born with 2 strikes, and I'm a black and I'm a man, male, and so to know that I only have one more strike and I have to do whatever I can to make an impact on myself and the world, it was a lot I've been through as a young black man, being in the city of Jacksonville. But I also don't have an excuse, because I don't have to be a statistic. I don't have to be any of those things that the world portrays it to be. So it's pretty cool to be able to beat the odds and be that young male that can be a role model for my 2 sons are black boys. So it's pretty awesome for them to see their dad get up and work every day for this. And I do this for them. So, but not just for them, all young black males would be pretty cool for them to be able to come and experience something like this from where I come from. I didn't have a lot growing up, but I also didn't lack a lot as well. So my mom was a school teacher. She was big on education. So she put us in the best schools in Jacksonville. So that was one of my saving graces. If I did not go to the schools that I went to, Landon Middle School of the Arts then, and Douglas Anderson, I probably wouldn't be where I am today, because those schools really build an even bigger foundation.
And so you said you went to Douglas Anderson, obviously art school. So What was your art area, and like how, if any, did that contribute to your sort of, I don't know if you, obviously personal trainer, like I'm sure you had certifications and stuff like that.
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
go to college, or like what was your major, sort of what was that journey like?
So yeah, what started with that was just working with professional athletes. I worked with college football players. I worked with NFL players. I've worked with the Orlando Magic a few times, a few basketball players there as well. A lot of it was one-on-one training in the off seasons. So that was as well. That was fun, as well as working with high school guys that are going to Division I colleges as well. So yeah, that was a pretty cool feeling as well. So just being able to exploit a gift and a talent that God gave me, it was pretty phenomenal to be able to exploit to the world, to be able to come here finally and be able to have a bigger calling on my life that I never expected I would be in. I never thought that I would train all women. That was never anything that crossed my mind, but I can't take credit for something that was given to me. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can to just impact.
And were you a musician, or?
Yes, when I went to Douglas Anderson, I was big into music and also did visual arts as well. Yes.
Cool. And so
love Douglas Anderson. Graduation of 2002. I know I just told my age. I just told my age.
And so did that sort of, do you feel like that foundation sort of inspired you in any way? Like, was that important?
The staff, the guidance counselor, and the principal at the time, they were really huge on catapulting you into a better life, more for yourself, more for your family, and it taught me how to be a man at a really, really early age. And not only did they just teach us curriculum, they really taught us a lot of life lessons. I had really, really good teachers that I could talk to outside of class. I can come, and I can still go back to this day if they're still there. I know there are a few still there. I can still go back today, and they'll remember me, and we can still talk. I can say now I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I own 3 businesses. It's a very short percentage of black men that can say that they own 3 businesses. So it's a pretty cool feeling.
Great. And so I just have one more question about the business itself. So I know that the gym part is going to be all women, but you were describing the nutrition and bar
Yes.
side. Would that be open for everyone?
That's open to the public at all times. Yes, it sure is. So we have product for kids. We have, you name it, we have it. So I'm just super excited. The city is super excited. All of our clientele, we call family. We don't call them clients. We call them family. They are super excited. So we're just ready to rock and roll and bring something to Springfield that they don't have, because one thing we noticed, they're very health conscious in the area. We see a lot of women running and working out, strollers with their babies, the dogs, running with the dogs, bicycling. They have bicycle clubs here. So it's pretty awesome how I feel we fit very well with Springfield, and I feel like it's going to be really good. I want to be here for a good 10, 15, 20 years, long haul.
Awesome. And so is there anything else that you just want to say that I haven't asked?
I will say this will not be the first location. I will say this will be first of many locations. Eventually, I would love to, and it's still a thought, but I would love to be able to franchise it for women to own something. And I know my mom will be proud of that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.